Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another in session video. Now you join me at yet again another new venue, somewhere that I haven't fished before, and if you've seen many of my videos, you know that I like to use the Go Catch app. And what I've done is got myself logged on and had a look using one of the little features that is built into the app, and that's using the My Location. So what I've done is allowed the app itself to determine my location, and what I can do is then search for venues using the map and the icons on the map itself to pinpoint new venues in and around my area. So you can do this as well if you use the Go Catch app. I've heard about this venue for a little while, but I didn't realise it was as close to me as it actually is. So yeah, I found the venue, had a little look, and there was availability, and I've booked myself onto peg number 2 on Widgeon Lake at Dog Lane Fishery. Now, as I said, I've never visited here before. There was one swim available on Grebe Lake, but yeah, I didn't quite fancy that, not knowing much about that lake at all and how the sort of swims are situated. So I thought, with this lake only having 4 swims and all fishable from one bank, I knew that sort of there was going to be no pressure from the opposite bank. So I thought, for a recce session, I'll come down here and fish this lake, and then sort of I've had a little walk around and stuff like that, and just kind of seen the lay of the land on Grebe Lake, which I'll come and visit at another time, really. So yeah, really nice venue. It's really well kept, no litter anywhere. There's camping, there's pleasure lakes, there's Grebe Lake, which is a specimen lake, and as I say, Widgeon Lake, which I am booked on for the next I don't know, say 36 hours, because yeah, believe it or not, England have got themselves into a Euro 2024 final. So they've reduced my session by a night, because I was going to stay the Sunday night as well. So let's hope that me disappearing tomorrow after my session here early is yeah, made worthwhile by those guys lifting up the Carp at the end of the night. So we will wait and see. But for now, everything is still on the barrow. As I say, I've had a little walk around, so I do like to get a feel for the place when I visit these new places. I'm going to get some rods sorted. I'm in peg number 2, as I said. It's a real nice cozy peg. I'm going to get the bushwhacker out, have a little feel. We can walk around to the opposite bank and bait up, stuff like that. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to getting going. So let's get some of that sorted. Let's get a couple of rods made up. I've got a feeling it's going to be a solid bag session. And yeah, there's some absolutely banging fish to go at in here. So let's see if we can make something happen. I have just been sat down on the bed chair, just literally there. I've only got the essentials off the barrow for the moment. But I've just seen one just slosh out, I don't know, 10-15 yards off the bank, and literally, thankfully, I have just made up a solid bag in time. So literally, for while I get this other second rod sorted, I'm going to drop this one right where I see that show, and yeah, let's see if we can nick an early bite. Just to recap, the left-hander I dropped out just here when I saw that fish show, literally seconds after making that first solid bag. So that's been down there an hour already. So I'll give that another hour and a half, something like that maybe, unless I see anything else. And the right-hander has gone straight out to that sort of gap, really, over on the far margin. So I've got the big tree directly in front of me, and there's a little gap in the reeds that's gone there. Not tight at all. It's around sort of 4 foot in front of me, and then just sort of gradually just slopes off down into a 4 foot 8 depth of water. And yeah, it looked a lot sort of brighter on the deeper. I believe it's quite clay lined, this lake. There's no weed, it's barren down there when I was shipping it out, but this just glowed a little bit cleaner, which might just be that sort of patrol route over that opposite bank. Now, if I wanted to, I could obviously walk around there and bait her by hand later on if I wanted to, going into the evening, that sort of thing. But yeah, just want to feel my way into the session to start with. Don't want to go ploughing in loads of bait, anything like that. Just want to yeah, feel my way in, little spoonful of bait, couple of solid bags, and yeah, see what happens from there. But like I say, there is the opportunity of walking around the other margin and baiting up by hand if I feel I need to. Now, I don't know if you can tell, the sun's coming out. I'm absolutely roasting, got my hoodie on still, and that needs to come off. So I think I'm just gonna have a sit down for 10 minutes, have a little bit of a tidy up, because yeah, there's just stuff everywhere. Well, I was in a bit of a rush to get some rods sorted, but yeah, rods are out now. I can chill out for a bit, and hopefully we can stick one in front of the camera. This morning, before I arrived, a couple of swims up, an angler had a 36 pounder. So that's possibly, you know, the biggest of the lake maybe. But yeah, there's been a few bites over the last 24 hours. It's not been fishing, you know, really well from what they were saying. You know, it's not been bites galore, but it looks like 1 or 2 fish are up for a feed. So we'll have to wait and see. Bivy is set up because behind me is yeah, the blackest of clouds. Now, it probably don't look like much on camera, but yeah, that is dark. Now it's not forecast any rain, and it might pass over, but then there's always a chance that there is about to be a torrential downpour, knowing the British summertime. So yeah, I got the bivy in the bed and everything set up, got everything packed away that I don't need over there, out the way. So yeah, no clutter in the swim, but yeah, it's looking black. I'm hoping it doesn't lash it down, because it's actually really warm, hence the t-shirt. So yeah, hoodie come off. I was absolutely roasting after getting the couple of rods out. Not seen anything else since that first rod went out, but yeah, the rods are out, they're rocking. Let's wait and see what happens. Evening is drawing on, just gone 6 o'clock-ish, and I've got someone with me, my little helper, Scott. He's been following me for absolutely ages on my fishing adventures, and we've caught up many a times whilst out on the bank. And yeah, he's come down. We've just been having a bit of a chin wag, and lo and behold, left-hander goes rattling off, and we've got him in the net. I'm well happy. I've been seeing fish show, I don't know, 2/3 of the way over, halfway, 2/3, and I just couldn't resist it earlier. I'd seen enough. I have to get a rod out on it, so I'd slip one out on the bushwhacker, and it's probably been there a couple of hours, mind you, but yeah, it's finally gone rattling off, and we've got a nice clean little common down in there. So as I say, my little helpers sorted out me mat in the water. We'll get the fish out, we'll have a little look at him. But yeah, what a way to get off the mark. Well happy with that. Proper nice little common, great shape to it, but hey, it's proper clean, not a scale out of sight, and I will quite happily catch these over the course of the next 24 hours. Gave me a great little run around under the rod tip, a few scatty head shakes, and with barbless hooks. As you can imagine, I was a little bit twitchy playing him into the net, but yeah, Scott managed to slide the net under him, and we've got him here to show you. So solid bag tactics, handful of Hinders mini and mix pellet amongst it all, some crushed boilie liquid, you know, a bit of a carpet feed really, just because I've been dotting around the solid bags, not wanting to leave masses of bait behind. I'd just wanted to leave like a little carpet, a little scent trail to draw them down onto the bag and hopefully slurp it up like this one has. But yeah, real cool fish. Get some pictures quickly, slipping back, get the rod back out and think about getting some dinner of my own on. As my dinner is now cooking, I thought I'd take the opportunity to quickly redo the right hand rod. It is due a freshen up. So as you can see in the spoon itself, this venue is boilie and pellet only. So I've got seafood pellet in there, nut 365 pellet in there, and the Hinders pellet mix as well. So load of different pellets in there, different smells, attractions, breakdown rates, etc. So that is a nice little carpet just on its own with that. But what I prepared in the 24 hours building up to this session is this sloppy, wet, stinky mess. So that's a load of crumbed up boilie, bits and pieces, broken boilie, you name it. Run it through a crusher, and then added a load of seafood oil and seafood glug to it as well. So it's really sticky, really smelly, and again just adds to, you know, the carpet of bait down there. So just that nice, you know, decent handful of that in the spoon as well will just add attraction down onto the spot when it comes out of the spoon. So I give that a good, like I say, good generous handful like so. Just spread that amongst the spoon itself. The liquids won't melt or anything, the PVA that I stick into the spoon, so my tried and trusted solid bag will just go straight into the top of that as well. And now I'll ship that out to the same sort of line that I've been seeing these fish show earlier, and the same sort of line that I just got that bite off. And yeah, fingers crossed it helps me put another one on the mat. Good morning. Really quiet night, not a single beep, didn't hear a fish show or anything, to be quite honest. So yeah, got a relatively decent night's sleep, but I've woken up to the most beautiful sunrise. I've been up an hour at least, so it's been up since about 5 AM, just filming a bit of B-roll and stuff like that. And I've actually redone the rods as well, so it's just after 6 AM. Both the rods have been freshened up already. They slid out really nice. And just as I was prepping the second rod, knowing that I was going to stick it over to that far margin, because this sun, I don't know if you can tell, is just working its way down the margin. Yeah, one literally flopped out right close. So I got pretty much every piece of bushwhacker pole out that I possibly had, and managed to get a bag and some pellet and bits and pieces over there as well. So as that sun starts to make its way kind of around the back of me, it is going to be illuminating that far margin. And yeah, with the fish giving itself away as well, I thought yeah, there's no good a time as any to slide a spoon full of goodies over there, in hope that yeah, one or two creep up and down there when the sun's beating in. So I think it's time to get a coffee on the go. I'm absolutely gagging. But yeah, what a beautiful morning light. swing this camera around a second, but yeah, the sun's just making his way up. It's just not a cloud in the sky. It's set to be a really nice day today, and I'll be making the most of it before I disappear later on this afternoon, early evening. But yeah, beautiful morning. Right, well, change of scenery. I've been on the Go Catch app, had a quick look, and no one else is booked on the lake today. So yeah, swims 1 and 2. The angler's down in number 1. He's still here. I'm still here. 3 and 4 have departed, and yeah, I've not had a sniff all morning, and again, like I say, through the night. So the guy that was in swim number 4 unfortunately lost one 10 p.m. last night, but yeah, I can't just stay there and sit at the same bit of water, so there's availability in this swim. So yeah, I thought I'd come down and drop into here for the last maybe 3-4 at a push 5 hours of my session. Bit of different water to go at. Yeah, just going to try something different really, to try and get myself an extra bonus bite. So yeah, everything is literally on the barrow, chucked it all on the barrow, dragged the bushwhacker and stuff down. Got a couple of bags already made up, so it's just a case of sliding them out. I really like the look of this left hand side margin, all those reeds and overhangs and everything. It just looks well carpy, to be honest. And then I really do like that back corner as well. Might just sling a single solid bag down there, but yeah, it's got to be worth a go. I'll be kicking myself if I didn't come and move for a few hours, and you know, I'm not harming anyone, not sort of jumping in a swim before anyone else arrives, that sort of thing. So I thought I would come and try my luck. So let's slip a couple of bags out. I might walk around to the opposite bank there and maybe spray the margin with the leftover of my crumb boilie and stuff, and just see if I can get some interest, see if I can nick myself one last fish. So fingers crossed. Fizzing going on out there sporadically, kind of, you know, not just in one place, all dotted around. So I definitely reckon there's been 1 or 2 fish just mooching around, having a little grub around on the bottom out there, you know. There's been too much fizzing for it not to be. Now, one did show down to the right hand side here, quite close in, and when I did ship out the right hand rod into that sort of main center of this swim, I did get a liner about 10 minutes or so after shipping it out. So I definitely reckon there's 1 or 2 out there, but as you can tell, it's absolutely roasting, like really hot. There's a load of cloud cover coming over from this direction now, but the last probably hour and a half, it has been scorchio, and don't really think that's helping matters, in all honesty. So yeah, I'm probably going to wrap it up here. The rods will stay out for the next hour or so, but then I'll get myself off home, get ready for tonight's football finale. So hopefully it is repaying me for not having to stay out another night fishing. So I'm cutting my session short for England, so I hope they bring it home. So for now, thank you for watching. Appreciate all of your views. Make sure you subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I am literally less than 10 subscribers away from 6,000 followers, so please subscribe to my channel. And once I hit that 6,000, I will look at doing a bit of a giveaway as well of some sort. So yeah, hopefully in the next hour one of them rattle off for making the making the move worthwhile. There's definitely been fish up this end, but yeah, I'll wrap it up here. As always, come and say hello on any of my social media, any of that business. But for now, I'll leave it there, and I will catch up with you next time I am out on the bank.